Hi. So today I want to discuss a transformative chapter in a transformative book that I've been reading for some time because I'm taking my time reading it, Atomic Habits. Something that has changed my life a lot, and I want to share with you to help change your life. If you haven't read Atomic yet, I had a hair in my mouth. Weave problems. No, but if you haven't read the book Atomic Habits, you can get it on Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description once this live stream is over. If you have read the book, then let me know in the comments what your favorite chapter is. I don't think I have a favorite, but I do know this one chapter has helped me a lot. There's other chapters that I'm contemplating doing a live stream on. I can get into all of it, but I just highly recommend getting the book yourself and reading it because it has made a major 360 in my life. So today we're going to be discussing chapter 12, the law of least resistance. The law of least effort is what the chapter is called, actually. Here it is. And this is my hard copy. It looks really dusty because I take it. I guess you can't see that the dustiness through the webcam, but thank God I got the hard copy because I got like a soft copy of a book that I was studying and it got completely messed up to the point like the cover came off. So now whenever I get a book that I know has a lot of value, I try to get it in like hardcover. Hold on, let me just double check this live stream to make sure everything's working. Don't mind my dog in the background. She's just zoomies. Oh yeah, I'm sipping on a mojito. Got like this home mojito mixer drink that I'm treating myself to because I had a long day. All right, let me just. All right, Pepsi, we get it. She be sounding like a Tasmanian devil. She be trying to like show off. As soon as I get on camera, as soon as I get on a phone, she wants to take her toy and go, rah, rah. I'm just like, so rude. Videos. Why doesn't it? Oh, yeah, it says I'm live. Let me just check the audio. Okay, it's working. All right, so let's just get into it. So the law of least effort. It's really important. Basically, this chapter goes into, well, first let me just say what the book is about. The book Atomic Habits goes into how you can get to your results a lot easier through looking at your atomic habits, not like the major things, but like just the small things, because it's the small things that add up to big results. The little atomic habits, like you simply, working out for just like 15 minutes a day makes a better difference than trying to work out 2 hours a day. Like, one will be balanced and then the other will like crash. So it really gives you a logical system, a more profitable and reliable and a better like chance of reaching your results type of approach when it comes to making habits. And I can attest that being that I'm obsessed with self-development and like I've been on this journey, like it has, even through all the books I've already read, this book has really helped me. And the law of least effort basically talks about how we are wired to want to do things that have the least amount of effort. The more friction there is to something, the less likely we're going to do it. The more difficult something is, the less likely we're going to do it. And that may seem obvious to you, but it's so simple. Like the smallest little thing could like keep you from doing a task that you're wanting to do. So for me, for an example, when I go to the gym, the night before I go to the gym, because I go to the gym in the morning, usually I will have the night before, I'll have my gym bag ready. I'll have my sneakers. I'll know exactly where my sneakers are, like in a specific spot. And I will have the class already picked out. So I know exactly what class I'm going to. There's no like guesswork. I'm like, what am I going to do for today's workouts? Like I'm going to this freaking cycling class at this time. And as soon as I wake up, like it doesn't take me long to get ready and it makes it easier to go to the gym. I've had a time where I didn't go to the gym when I was supposed to because I couldn't find my gym sneakers. And I could have just like put on another pair of sneakers, but because I couldn't find my gym sneakers, I literally just canceled. It's something as simple as that will make you just like be like, maybe not, you know? So looking at the littlest things to make the task easier makes a huge difference. And I've even I highlight my books, and I lost the page. I highlighted it word for word. I can't read and hold it up, but I'll like read it and then like hold it up to you. Maybe if you really wanted it, you'd actually do it. But the truth is, our real motivation is to be lazy and to do what is convenient. And despite what the latest productivity bestseller will tell you, this is a smart strategy, not a dumb one. Energy is precious, and a brain is wired to conserve it whenever possible. It is human nature to follow the law of least effort, which states that when deciding between two similar options, people will naturally gravitate towards the option that requires the least amount of work. Out of all the possible actions we could take, the one that is realized is the one that delivers the most value for the least effort. We are motivated to do what is easy. So I want to ask you today, oh my God, I just dropped something. So I want to ask you today, you know, what the goal that you have for the end of the year, the end of the month, the beginning of next month, autumn, whatever goal that you're trying to achieve, how can you make the task to get to that goal a little bit easier? What can you do? What's a small little change that you can do? This is why I started the series of things that make your life easier as a YouTuber. If you haven't checked out those videos, I already uploaded 2, and I'm uploading another one tomorrow. And then I'm uploading another one next week. And I was just like, let me just make a playlist. I'm about to make a whole playlist. I have like a whole playlist that's about to be published. I'm going to probably do it once I'm done with this live stream, of ways to make your life easier as a YouTuber. Because a lot of people who are resistant towards starting a YouTube channel or have quit their YouTube channel is because it's really hard. And there are ways to prevent that hard. Just the littlest things to make your life easier will make YouTubing less of a chore and more fun. And that's what I do as a coach as well, as I teach entrepreneurs how to make YouTube easy. Because if it's hard in the midst of like having your own business to run, like you're less likely to keep up with a channel if the way that you're running it, you don't have systems that make it easy for you to be consistent on YouTube. And if you're a business owner that is watching this and you want to start a YouTube channel, my link to my application to work with me is in my description. Yes, I've got the sauce. Ask about it. What can you do to make, sorry, it's like this hair on my face. This is the one thing I hate about some wigs, is like the hair just like, like my real hair gets on my face too, but it's just like a whole nother level of, it's like I can't even detect where the hair is. I'm just talking. It's like, this hair is actually not even supposed to have a bang. I made a bang just so it wouldn't be in my face that much, and it's still on my face, but beauty is pain. Let's say your goal is to start a YouTube channel. What can you do to make that easier? One thing that I've already shared multiple times on my TikTok, on my channel, on pretty much every outlet that I give educational content, is to do things in advance, because doing things in advance will make it easier for you to launch that YouTube channel. If you're saying I'm going to start in autumn, but you haven't even like wrote down the steps it takes to start a channel, when that day comes, that deadline that you set for yourself, which most times there is no deadline. Most times people just like throw out a random time of the year and not an actual date. Then it's most likely not going to happen. You're going to pick the option with the least amount of effort. That may be, okay, let me just start my TikTok. That's easier. Let me just like, do Instagram. That's easier. Let me just like do Pinterest. That seems easier. And, I have not knocking any of them. I love it all. But if you really want to be on YouTube, what you should focus on is making YouTube easy for you. And sometimes that may look different than the next person. Sometimes what's easy for you is not easy for someone else. Depending on your schedules, what's easy for you. So, for me, when I started my YouTube channel, what was easy for me is to pick out a time in advance to, film, and then pick out a time in advance to edit. And what also made it easy for me is having, I mentioned this in one of the videos on how to make your life easier as a YouTuber, is having an beginner friendly editing software. Because when I first started my channel, I tried using an advanced software. I wanted to give up after the first couple of months, because I was editing for days. It took me over a week to edit a video, damn near. And it made me not want to do YouTube. So really ask yourself, what is the resistance? Because the more resistance, the less likely you're going to do something. And this doesn't only have to apply to YouTube. This channel is for all small creatives. It could be TikTok. So for you, let's say you had a TikTok and it's really hard for you to upload on TikTok, multiple times a day. Everyone's saying, you got to upload 2 times a day. You got to upload 5 times a day, which, to each its own. Everyone has their own strategy. Some people claim that you don't even have to upload every day. I personally haven't been uploading every day, and I'm still seeing followers come in every day. Ask yourself, what can you do to make TikTok easier? For me, because I am trying to grow my TikTok as well as my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I have this, let me see if I can grab it. I have this tripod that I bought on Amazon. Hopefully it doesn't sling. Oh. I have this, I dropped my flowers, but I dropped the fake flowers. The real flowers are safe over on my coffee table. I have this tripod that it bends and everything. So when I'm doing TikToks, it's easier for me to get angles because I don't even have to hold it. I could just be in front of it, and if I want to do it, just do like that. Beforehand, I would get really annoyed because I would have to try to get angles holding it. So I got this to make it easier to, have the least amount of effort when I'm doing TikToks. And ever since I've gotten this, I do TikToks more because it's on my desk already. I don't even have to move it. It's just already it's not in my face like this when I sit on my desk, but it's on my desk and it's reminding me, when's the last time you did TikTok? That's an example of, making things easier. Hold on, I'm trying to bend it out of my way. On the next page, I highlighted some more things. Oh yeah, I didn't even show the first page. I don't even think you guys can see this. Just get the book and go to chapter 12. And if you cannot afford to get the book, 𝐬𝐴library, come on now. If you don't know about 𝐬𝐴library, Google it. That's all I gotta say. But on the next page, I highlighted some more things that I'd like to share. Just so I can show you, this is some factual stuff. I'm not just theorizing. This is some legitness. And you should probably follow it if you want to get to where you want to, if you want to achieve your goals a lot faster. Let's be honest, we all do. Every action requires a certain amount of energy. The more energy required, the less likely it is to occur. If your goal is to do 100 push-ups per day, that's a lot of energy. In the beginning, when you're motivated and excited, you can muster the strength to get started. But after a few days, such a massive effort feels exhausting. Meanwhile, sticking to a habit of doing 1 push-up per day requires almost no energy to get started. And the less energy a habit requires, the more likely it is to occur. This is one of the main reasons why most people never accomplish their goals. And I'm not generalizing, there are other reasons and there's always different stories, but I do from personal experience, that I related to it a lot. I actually, when I was trying to lose weight in the beginning of my weight loss journey, I tried doing, I did I think I was doing 100 sit-ups a day, and that lasted I don't even know. I don't even remember because it was just too much. And then I remember, I just remember so many times where this applied in my own life. And if you can relate, let me know in the comments, how it relates to you. We can all share, how we've all taken L's trying to chew more than we can swallow. When I did keto, it felt the same way. It was it was just a lot of energy So like eventually I couldn't do keto. And it's just really all about doing something that's sustainable. That's what I endorse, is like doing something that creates long-term results, something that doesn't make you at the end of like the week, you know, because like you need to be consistent, and like it's hard to be consistent at the end of like a week. You're just like dead. You're not going to want to do it again. Like no matter how committed and how determined and how macho or how like type 3 you are, like you're human. Let's make it a little bit easier for yourself so we can prevent burnout. Habits like scrolling on our phones, checking email, and watching television steal so much of our time because they can be performed almost without any effort. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're probably on your phone right now, aren't you? You don't actually want the habit itself. What you really want is the outcome the habit delivers. The greater the obstacle, that is, the more difficult the habit. The more friction there is between you and your desired end state. This is why it is crucial to make your habits so easy that you'll do them even when you don't feel like it. And that's really important. The key to like getting far in life is to be able to have self-discipline and do things when you don't feel like it. And it helps to just like have that thing be easier. You know, before this live stream even, I already had I made sure my laptop was charged. I made sure that like I knew exactly where I was filming already. My microphone was already at my desk. My mojito already in hand. You know, I thought this process through because honestly, I didn't feel like live streaming today. I had a long day and I was ready to go to bed, like not go to bed, but I was ready to relax, like lay down, watch The Nanny, cook me some steak. Oh my God. I'm just realizing I have like one more filet mignon in my freezer, but I have to unthaw it. I'm still gonna make it though. Wow. We're gonna have to cut this live stream short because when I cook, it takes like, I'm the type of person when I cook, I put my foot in it. I put my foot, I put my hand, I put my heart in it. Like I'll like, while I'm cooking, I'll watch a video. Like I'll watch a YouTuber. I actually watch live streams, you know, because I'm a loner. I have no friends. No, but I'll actually watch live streams or like videos of like YouTubers that I like. Or sometimes I'll watch like TV. Like sometimes I'll watch like Gossip Girl, or can't get enough of Gossip Girl. Or like lately I've been watching the Kardashians. If I'm being honest, like I don't know if I shared this before, but I think I shared it in like a video and I cut it out. But I remember like I spoke about how like where you surround yourself. I think it was a podcast episode about like removing people that don't belong in your life. And I was just like, the people that you spend your time around, you end up like observing their behavior, their mechanisms, and even sometimes their like the words that they say. And I said an example, but I cut it out. And I mentioned how like the shows you watch, sometimes you'll develop characteristics of a character. And I just recently started watching the Kardashians, and I noticed like, I was out one day and I was talking and I was like listening to myself like, wait a minute. I sound just like Court. Was it Court? Yeah, Courtney. Because like the way Courtney talks, I feel like is the most like, I don't want to say like, I'm not saying her voice is bad, but it's just like very a distinct voice. And like I've kind of developed it a little bit. Like I kind of developed a little bit of her like mechanisms of just being like, and I didn't even mean to. I didn't pick her. I just like, I guess like it just happened. Like if I were to pick someone's personality, I would probably go for like, I don't even know who I would go for. My dad already calls me like, he calls me the freaking Kim Kardashian of the family. Like the last family reunion we had, I had my little dog and I didn't dress bougie, but I wore like a dress and I was like dressed feminine because I'm feminine. And he was just like, Kim Kardashian, y'all. She thinks she's Kim Kardashian. This is before I was watching the Kardashians. So I thought that her personality rub off on me, but for some reason, out of all of the Kardashians, a little bit of like the way Kourtney talks, I talk now. Like I noticed that whenever someone says something, I'm just like, okay, like in a very nonchalant way. And it's like, I noticed that some people in my life like are like started looking at me weird, like, why are you talking like that? It's just, if you haven't seen the podcast, if you haven't listened to that podcast episode of like going into like the people you hang around really do affect your life. I'll link that down below after this live stream is over. I just thought that was funny, and I just wanted to share that because like I just wanted to branch off into that funny thing. Let me know in the comments a character from a show that you've accidentally developed traits of. I feel like a little bit of the nanny has rubbed off on me. Like there's a face that she makes that I make now. I'm not mad at it. She's a Miss Fran Fine. She's a bad bitch. I love her. I love that show so much. It's so iconic and it's hilarious. I like the jokes that the way the butler like ranks on Cece. It reminds me similar to like how Martin and Pam would like go at it, and like Martin. It's just like the shows back in the day were just so much better. Like I wish they would bring back Martin and then the nanny, and I think there was like I'm getting off topic. Anyway, I'm not even tipsy. I only drunk like 2 sips. But you know, that's just the joys of being a part of a live stream. You get to hang out with me and we get to talk, hang out, be friends. So if you want to catch the next live stream, make sure you're inside of my private Facebook group so you can be notified when I'm going to live stream. Whenever I'm live streaming, I'll let my private Facebook group, it's called YouTube Gold if you want to look it up. You just request to join. Make sure to answer the questions, the prompts before, like when you request to join, or I most likely won't accept your request because I don't know if you're like a fake account. Like I don't know who you are. So just like answer the questions. It's just like 3 questions asking like, what's your passions? You know, what are your goals with YouTube? Just answer the questions and I'll invite you in. So whenever I announce I'm going to live stream, you'll know exactly what time I'm going to live stream so you can join in, chat with me. I also offer free coaching in my live streams currently. Once like the channel like excels, like I can't promise anything. Perhaps like the donators could like get their questions answered. But right now it's like, I'm a small YouTuber, so, you know, I'll give the sauce for free. So yeah, I really want you to ask yourself, what can you do? What's a small little thing you can do to make the task that you need to do, the tasks that you need to do to get to your goals a lot easier? Do you need to get yourself a tripod so every time you film, your camera doesn't, like your phone doesn't fall? Do you need to get yourself a phone with more memory? Do you need to get yourself a new memory card so you can stop having to delete every time you're recording? Do you need to get yourself less difficult editing software? Do you need to really get yourself a planner? Get yourself a planner if you don't have a planner, because you got to plan things out sometimes, or it's going to be really hard, obviously. Do you need to get yourself a calendar? Alongside my planner, I also have a calendar in front of me. So I can't possibly forget really big things. I used to before I had that calendar. So to make things easier, it's like I write it down on that calendar. Do you need to get yourself some sticky notes and like stick them to a mirror to remind yourself something? Some people, they'll get a sticky note and like put some type of like reminder and stick it on a mirror. So whenever they look in a mirror, it's like that sticky note is like, go to gym. Like, what do you need to do? I can't tell you. I mean, unless you hire me, but no, seriously, you know, don't act slow. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. City life, man. I can never go through a video without having to hear some loud car. Yeah, that is all that I wanted to share for today. Definitely get this book. It is a really, really good book. Again, if you don't want to buy it, 𝐷𝐿ibrary has like free books. Let me say that a little bit more sensually. I don't think you understand me. 𝐷𝐿ibrary has free books. Get yourself a free book at 𝐷𝐿ibrary. And if anybody asks, this is a joke. Because it might be legal, but I mean, as far as I know, no one complained about it. Maybe in the future it might not exist, but if it does exist, I highly suggest that you download Atomic Habits on 𝐷𝐿ibrary. Alright, you guys. Love you all. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna be uploading tomorrow. And if you aren't already subscribed, what the are you doing? That's offensive. That hurt my feelings. Subscribe.